if you're inclined to believe that, let's say that was his argument and that Hitler wasn't bad and it was Churchill, then you're an asshole and an idiot.
Yeah.
Then there's no hope for you. This gatekeeping of
but
information.
He's neither an asshole or an idiot, and he's being called an asshole and an idiot by people who don't consume his work.
Of course. I'm saying
is really
worst
crazy.
case scenario. Because I see this a lot with the gatekeeping of information. And God forbid you don't fact check everybody on everything, which has been something that I've gotten a bit of. Like, well, you nodded your head and you said, I see your point. I'm like, well, sometimes I see their point. And sometimes I don't know. And I can't fact check everything. And I'll talk to somebody else who has a differing opinion. But people can think for themselves as well.
Yeah.
Like,
well, there's just a lot of bad faith actors out there. And there's a lot of people that do that, this taking people out of context and trying to use this reductionist perspective and label people with these pejoratives that are inescapable. Like it's in the racist, homophobe, anti-Semite, all those are inescapable. And once you get hit with those, that's your fucking sticker on your forehead for the rest of your life. And that's what they're trying to do to you because they're trying to silence you and because they want to win. And this is a real problem with human beings when it comes to ideas, is that like if I believe something and you believe something differently, I don't want to listen to you. I want to beat you, right? I want to overwhelm you with talk. I want to Piers Morgan you into submission. I want to yell at you, not Piers the human, but the show.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
You want to yell at them and you want to win. You want to dunk on them. And this is why I don't engage with people on social media. I just think it's the worst way to communicate. And when I see people doing it, I genuinely feel bad for them because I think they're mentally ill. When people are dunking on people constantly on social media, I'm like, well, that's a sign of mental illness. Like there's something wrong with you. You don't realize that yet? Like this shit's been around for 20 years now, and you're still engaging in that kind of behavior on social media? It's stupid.
It gets clicks.
Yeah.
I will tell you, though, I don't think that it is losing as much power as I had hoped. And I reference Elon Musk, and here's why. It's seemingly working. I know a lot of people that think he's an anti-Semite. I'm like, you sure about that?
Well, they think he's a Nazi. More than just an anti-Semite,
okay, so,
like an actual Nazi.
These are reasonable people.
Yeah, and here's the irony. He's on the spectrum. So this thing,
where
he didn't even
your,
realize what he's doing when he's going
heart
like,
gesture.
My heart goes out to you.
But Joe, what about the video, the montage of all the liberals, including AOC, engaging in the same sig hail
Tim
that
Walsh.
aren't on the...
Tim Walsh, I love you all. This is like it's like a thing that people have to stop doing.
It's one of the things that I'm really hopeful Elon can solve with X. Is just that was one of the things he said when he took over. We need to deal with the bot problem. I think there's more to do on that front for sure.
Oh, there's a lot more to do, and I don't know what they can actually do. Because with AI, I mean, you can have like really sophisticated programs that tweet as if they are from Afghanistan, tweet as if they're from wherever they are in the world. They can do it in different languages. It can all be done with AI now, and they can argue specific points. Like, this guy is a Nazi. Go out there and say it and prompt it. And then all of a sudden you've got, looks like groundswell of support calling Elon Musk a Nazi. And then a bunch of people hop onto that and they think it's organic. And they think that like these people are fed up. That's why they're going to the Tesla dealerships. No, they're being paid. And they're trying to crash the stock of Tesla. They're trying to put people into panic mode so that it puts pressure on Elon to drop Doge. Like, this is what's going on. Like, and you're watching it as if it's this organic moment. It's a puppet show. You're watching a puppet show. They just need to understand that should never be on the table. No violent acts are ever justified, especially if someone's not being violent to you. If you decide to just go smash property and light things on fire, you don't serve your cause because rational, reasonable people are not going to do that. They're not going to light Starbucks on fire because Black Lives Matter. That's crazy. But if you get caught up in this fuck the corporate thing, man, fuck the banks, and fuck this, and you just want to start lighting things on fire, you're just serving them because they will develop better and stronger ways to crack down on protests now. And all the people that wanted to protest reasonably, all the people that wanted to express themselves and say, we stand together to say that this is wrong, those people are all going to get hosed. Yeah. Because you lit Starbucks on fire, you fucking idiot.
It's
like but they're young. A lot of these people, they have fucking blue hair. They probably had a shitty childhood. They're running around like experiencing freedom for like the first time in their life for the last 16 months, right? This is their first freedom out of their parents' house. And they get caught up in shit, just like people get caught up in being in cults. You know, people get caught up in all kinds of things. It's like we just have to have more compassion for people and better mentorship. One of the real problems is that kids go to universities and almost universally they're given this ideology that this whole university and almost every university ascribes to. And it's like universal. It's uniform. It's like there's less liberal ones, but they're almost all liberal. It's like almost all higher learning. There's only a few conservative universities. It's just a weird time for thinking and for discourse and for deciding what team you're on. It's like everyone's scared and scrambling, you know, do we go red or blue? And it's just the whole country's in this like weird state of disarray.
When you're dealing with billions of taxpayer dollars, of course it's getting wasted. Of course it's going to corrupt shit. Of
course.
It's inevitable.
What are you, a child? If no one's watching them, duh.
Right.
Fucking duh. It's what all people do.
And the question is, what I don't understand is, look, I think it's very possible that when you move quickly, you're going to cancel some things that you might not want to cancel. Things are not going to go perfectly every time, whatever. But ultimately, the question all Western countries have to answer is, we're running debt at more than 100% of GDP, right? What are we going to do about that? We have to deal with
What's
it
this
somehow.
we shit?
You're actually, bro, you're worse than we are.
Really?
Yeah, you're 126%, we're about 110.
God damn, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why you're trying to deal with it. That's what Elon is trying to do. He's trying to cut the deficit in half, and then the idea is you grow the economy and you actually get back to surplus.
When he keeps finding all of these companies that are getting like $1 billion here and $2 billion there and all, like the Stacey Abrams one where they're going to give energy efficient appliances to poor people.
Yeah.
$2 billion. It's
Yeah.
like, what did you do? Like, what did you do? Like, there's a bunch of those. Like, what did you do? Like the high-speed internet one.
Yeah.
What did you do? How come you got billions of dollars and fucking nothing happened? Imagine if you were a private company and you had a segment. Like, imagine we were all a company. And we're like, Francis, I think you should be in charge of figuring out how to do this with the phone.
I'd be like, we've already fucked you.
Yeah, trust me, I run a
giving
business
you-
with this guy. That's a bad
I'm
idea.
giving you $4 billion to get this done.
Yeah.
And then I never talk to you again. I never check in. I don't go, hey, where's the fucking money being spent? What are you doing, man? How come the phone can't do this yet? I don't ask for any progress reports. You just keep getting money. This is bananas.
It's crazy.
Like, and for anybody who doesn't want that to be more efficient, like, what are you working for? If you're paying taxes, what are you working for? You're part of your day is the running of this government. You're happy that it's being run like this? You're happy that billions are going to places that no one can you have no receipts. You don't know where it got spent. You have no idea. And that's legal.
I kind of think about it like this. It's sort of the equivalent. You know those direct debits that come out of your account?
Yeah.
And you just like...
Right. You're like, what is that?
What's that?
What did I sign up for?
2 trillion, no, that's fine.
I canceled that gym membership. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it keeps coming out. You're like, you know what? I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
That's kind of, we've just got too many direct debits and they're going all over the place.
Well, it's that, but then there's the fear that they're putting out there, which is the just fear that they're going to fuck up Social Security and they're going to fuck up Medicaid, and there's people that are relying on that, and they're going to lose their service for they did no wrong. Now, I don't know what the story is with that. Like, I know there's people that have complained that the Social Security website has been down. It's been down a couple times, but I don't know if people are not getting their benefits. Do we know? Can we find that out?
I haven't heard that, Joe, but
Jamie, do some research.
I think it is inevitable that when you
But
do
that's
things
what
this
everyone's
quickly.
afraid. Right,
Yeah.
but that's what everyone's afraid of, that
Yeah.
the vulnerable people, the people that we should be protecting with these social programs that we all agree to, those are the people we have to protect the most. We have to make sure that there's no disruptions. You got to make sure before you do anything, there's no disruptions. You know, before you shoot the bad guy, make sure he's not holding a baby.
Yeah.
You can't interrupt. Like, when people are on Social Security, man, they're fucking. if they're that's not a lot of money, right? And so they don't have any money in the bank probably, and they probably have it all budgeted out to get on that check, and they're probably real frugal with their food choices, and that's a rough life, man. And if you cut that off for 30 days, 90 days for people. Okay, never missed a benefit payment. U.S. Social Security Administration has never missed a benefit payment. Now, the continuity of monthly checks for millions of Americans could be at risk following changes under the Trump administration, former Commissioner Martin O'Malley says. So it's saying, okay, so the key points is it's saying before this, they've never missed a benefit payment.
But it's also not saying they are missing them now. It's saying it could be at risk.
Okay, it just says threaten interruption of benefits, which is, look, what I would say if I was a Democrat. If I wanted to make it look bad, I would say they're threatening your benefits, and then people go into a hot panic.
Yeah.
You see that all the time, where people are just trying to distort a narrative. You're seeing that right now with Elon, right? You're seeing people justify violence and extreme vandalism, and you're seeing people cheer it on, and it's very strange. There was a thing on The Daily Show where the host was talking about the attacks on Tesla and people keying people, and the audience starts clapping and cheering. It's so strange. It's so fucking strange. And it's also just shows you how positions just completely flip-flop. Like the Tesla used to be the car that you drove to let everybody know that you were environmentally conscious and you were a good leftist.
It's a good question. Do we care about the environment or not? Because those fumes that are being kicked out of that are
like
not good.
1,000 jet airplanes flying overhead for a year.
Yeah, yeah. It's wild.
You're lighting batteries on fire. They're so toxic.
Lithium and all sorts of shit getting pissed into the environment.
Oh, it's all going to come down in rain. It's going to pollute the water. The fish are going to be polluted. You're not going to be able to eat them.
But we're doing good. This is for a righteous cause.
Yeah. And it's all funded, too. It's funded by NGOs. That's where it gets really creepy.
But the Tesla fires are funded by NGOs.
Yeah, people are uncovering exactly what's going on, and this is where it gets fascinating, because all this stuff is operated pretty much with impunity in the past, before Doge, before Elon and his crew of hyperspectrum psychopaths started to...
Fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Super wizards started diving into all this data. And this is something that Ted Cruz talked about. He said, we had always known that there was these problems, but until Elon came along with these algorithms, we couldn't expose them. We didn't understand what was going on. And now they've used AI to create this understanding of the net of NGOs that is all funded by U.S. aid and by similar type programs where, you kind of have these open-ended checks that get written to the other side. That's the top. Right, yeah, right there. How often do you smoke cigars, fella?
A couple of times. Well, I fucking turned this around the wrong way. All right.
No worries.
Keep going.
But this is essentially the way Mike Benz describes it. He's the very best at it. I don't know if you've ever seen his breakdowns of U.S. aid.
I love his episodes on here.
Incredible.
I think they're so interesting.
They're so interesting because you realize this has been going on forever and ever and ever. And this is the arm of the government that is about regime change. A lot of the money gets funneled into these other countries, and it's under the guise of, air quotes, aid, but it's not aid. It's Agency for International Development, and it's all about influence and power all throughout the world and also at home. And one of the things that it does at home is they organize these protests. They organize protests, different NGOs do, all funded by the government, all funded by taxpayer money in this weird way. And when they do it, they pay people to show up at these places. I've got pamphlets that people have given me that they've taken from these locations or gotten from email lists. Where
is that purposefully no digital record?
I think probably, but I don't think they care. I mean, I think as long as they're saying they're going to pay you to protest, I think that's legal. I think it's legal to pay someone to protest. So they're paying people $1,000, and they're giving them food and snacks, and you can get a lot of people to just show up for $1,000. And then some of them are going to get a little vandally. Some of them...
You bring enough people together and they get vandally.
How crazy is it that the left are the ones who are painting swastikas on cars? Just understand how crazy positions can flip and flop. The left is upset that we're not continuing an endless war in Ukraine. The left is upset that this guy is uncovering fraud and waste. And so in order to stop that, you must light cars on fire and put swastikas on them because he's a Nazi. Because he said, my heart goes out to you. Even though there's countless videos of AOC doing that gesture, Tim Walsh doing that gesture enthusiastically, many people.
I do think if you're in that position, if you've got this heritage coming in, just
Don't
be
do
careful
that.
with where you put your hands.
Don't
Do you know what I mean?
Don't do that
Like,
way.
just fucking think about where you put your hands.
He's on the spectrum, man. He's not normal.
You've seen that video comparing him and Trump's son? There's 2 different types of autism. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. It's so good. I think it's at the inauguration? And they're both stood next to each other and Elon's sort of fist pumping and loving it. And Trump's son's just like staring off.
Apparently,
into the
Trump's
distance.
son went up to Biden at the inauguration and said, it's on now.
What is this? A fucking UFC fight?
I mean, that's literally, apparently, lip readers have like read what he said when he went up to, because there's a moment where he goes up to Biden and Biden looks confused and he doesn't smile. He's like, eh. But he walks up to him and goes, it's on now.
What they need to do,
Which
you know
is pretty
how
fun.
football coaches have got, they put the play thing over the front of their mouth like this and
Yeah.
they talk into it.
Yeah.
That's how it needs to be done now for politics with lip readers everywhere.
That kid knew there was lip readers. I don't think he gave a fuck. I think they tried to put his dad in jail and he wants to kill that guy. That's what I
that's
think.
crazy.
He's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because imagine your dad's getting that close to put in jail for bullshit for the rest of his life. Like, if he got put in jail for 25 to life, he's dead. He's dead. He dies in jail. He's going to get no food. He's going to be no nutrition, no sunlight, depression, intense fucking anxiety. You're in jail. You're dead. He's 80 years old. He's not going to last to 105 in jail.
If you enjoyed today's episode on JRE Plus, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you.